Hello, I'm Chief Randazzo with the Macomb County Animal Control. The following program is designed to inform you, the residents of Macomb County, of animal welfare issues that are taking place in our neighborhoods. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it. We have a 91% save rate. We're number one in the state. But we can't give you back a mom with babies because mom and babies have to go to a rescue. Okay. And the rescue will, we sign over the ownership to them, and they are really good about keeping mom with the babies and stuff, okay? But you never know. So we received a call from the St. Clair Shores Police Department regarding this house because it does have a condemned sticker on the house. So they could see cats in the windows, and so they called us out the next day. We go out there. We were able to make contact with a homeowner. So when we went out there, we were able to actually secure a search warrant, go into the home, and then as soon as we got into the house, it was easily visible that this house was in terrible condition and definitely not suitable for any of these cats to even live there.
Hi, sweetheart. Well, you look healthy at least. Yeah.
In this case, it was kind of a shame because the house was actually a new home, but the inside, they had busted the walls, and the cats, were just kind of, the toilets didn't work in the home, and, so I think they were just trying to maybe squat there for as long as they could, and they actually had, obviously a large amount of cats, but they had, completely, unfortunately, mistreated and abused that entire house.
No, nothing under. Oh, yes. Going up the stairs, darn it. Cat just came up the stairs.
As you can see from the footage, when we're searching for all these animals, the debris we're going through, there was a mom cat with kittens in a drawer.
Hi, Mama. Hi, sweetheart. Did you have babies yesterday? Huh? Did you have babies, sweetheart? What a good mama. That's a good mama. Oh, got your little tiny babies. You got yourself a nice little drawer at least away from the dirt, huh? Oh, what a good mama.
So whenever we go into a scene, right, we arrive on a scene, there's an investigation that should be taking place, especially when we talked about earlier animal welfare. Is the welfare of these animals in jeopardy? Are they living in suitable conditions?
But I saw something moving in here earlier when I came in here, so I think there's definitely a cat in here.
So when we arrived at that home, definitely there's going to be an investigation because, with our experience and knowledge, these animals are not living in ideal situations, right? So there's filth all over. What are we feeding them? So there's just food, everywhere, spoiled food. So that's not ideal.
I have a kitten that's attached to a dead kitten by the placenta. The placenta's wrapped around the dead kitten. Do we have scissors or something I could cut it?
So in this case, they were issued, misdemeanor tickets and had to appear in court.
And we were told no weapons were in the home. Shotgun. We have a very large blade right there as well, and a locked gun safe. Yeah.
When you're entering these, people's homes and you're trying to be honest with them and you're hoping that they're going to be honest with you, there's a large degree of you're going to have to rely on your own skill set. And the first thing we always do is go, secure the entire home. And securing it just kind of means that we make sure that nobody else is in the home. Are there any weapons that we need to be aware of? And if so, where are they at? And we're going to start looking for all that stuff. And we're going to secure it, why we're on scene. Then we go back and we try to, secure all the animals. Because it is dangerous, and I think you never know. Unfortunately, in a lot of parts of this entire country, probably even in the state, there's a lot of animal control officers that are working out there that don't have vests on. We're really fortunate that we are deputies and went through the academy and stuff, but there's a lot of departments that aren't. They kind of get a badge on and they send them out on all these runs. But that's why our division is working a lot, really closely with a lot of different law enforcement agencies to raise this caliber of awareness to, secure bulletproof vests for a lot of animal control officers because they are going into situations removing animals from homes.
How old's the dog?
I think she's about 13, 14 years old. I took it from the woman that was, she was going into a nursing home and they couldn't allow pets.
Okay.
And
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, she looks like she's passed away.
We do get a lot of calls. I would say a big portion of the call volume is generated from animal welfare checks. And it could be somebody that's calling on their own dog, like something's wrong with my dog, I'm not 100% sure what happened. And we kind of go through like a little bit of a list that we already have made up by the dispatch center. You know, do you think it got into anything? Is it vomiting? What's the dog doing now? And in the meantime, we're just going to get an officer en route there because we want to know, like, you know, do we need to transport this animal, or, you know, how else can we be assistance to them? But a lot of times, I would definitely say the majority of the calls that we receive are definitely welfare checks.
are you going to tell the dog man? Animal control?
I'm animal control, yep.
Yeah, okay. That she's dead.
Yeah, I'll update you got her license, right? Yeah, I'll update it in the
Yeah.
system for you, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Do you want, if you want, I can privately cremate her for you.
All the animals, whether, you know, they're domestic animals or they're animals that were wildlife that, you know, died on the road, you know, like roadkill, we incinerate everything here. So one of the services that we do offer in certain situations is a private cremation. So, you know, especially in certain situations, we'll, you know, definitely kind of offer it to the pet owner because it is a way for them to have their pets back, and whether what they want to do with their ashes, a lot of times they'll bury them or they'll, you know, spread their ashes somewhere. And so we do offer that service to people.
Macomb County, 27 cities, townships, and villages. From East Point to Memphis, Romeo to New Baltimore. 458 square miles of where you want to be. It's a place where your children can grow, and so can your business. Macomb County's tree-lined borders contain over 12,000 acres of parkland. Its outer edge, 31 miles of freshwater shoreline, both filled each year with countless concerts, festivals, and family reunions. It's the birthplace of advanced technologies that not only instruct future generations, but protect them. Hey, and those are just facts. You can get that from the internet or a book. No. To truly understand what Macomb County is all about, you need to experience it. You need to live here. You need to work here. When you do that, you'll know you're home.
Right now we're going to a mother duck by the drain with a few babies stuck down in a drain. So we're gonna go and assist with helping her get her babies out and reuniting her back with her babies. Yeah, it looks sealed. Yeah, it looks pretty sealed. 6X to dispatch. We're gonna need the fire department out here. This drain is sealed.
At
first I thought they were so cute. They're so cute, little. The beer guy. pulls up right here, and he has to come on this side of the truck. Oh, that's so cute.
I'm glad she's sticking around. Try to wait till she come back a little closer.
Oh, right tools make a difference, don't they? Look at them all, man. Oh, earthquakes. Hold on, Donna, you'll have it in a minute. Is that all of them?
Why don't we get a couple of these? 4, 8, 9. Yeah, that's all I seen in there in the beginning. Yeah, I don't hear anything else down there. Cool. So just 9 babies down there. She might have lost the other ones along her travels.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't see any dogs around.
If we receive a call for a stray dog, we always go out, you know, and then if we have extra units, then we could, you know, and that includes the police departments. The local police departments have always been extremely generous in offering us assistance to try to capture, you know, stray dogs. But it happens every day, you know, especially in areas where they don't allow fences. You know, try to catch a dog up in Washington Township or Romeo. You know, it's like you're running through fields and fields. It's like, well, in some cases, it's like there's nothing you can do, you know, because the fields are so massive.
Come here, puppy.
it happens all the time that we are, every day we're going to catch stray dogs. And I would say we probably have like a 98% success rate.
Let's get out searching the area. Just gonna go around to the next block.
In this specific case, this dog was turned in as a stray to the Clinton Township Police Department. We were called the next day to come pick it up. They have an amazing sergeant there who was just really concerned about this dog. So we actually went and picked it up, and immediately, obviously, you could tell just from the outer looks of it, this dog is just covered in Demodex mange, which is just poor nutrition, right? And flea allergies. And so the first thing we do is try to get this dog some sort of relief.
I know. Very itchy.
I mean, you could just tell by looking at this dog, it was in just an immense amount of pain. And because that skin, when their skin's so raw like that, one, we have to make sure there's no secondary infection. So we start antibiotics. We have the vet, look at the dog, and then we go from there. The first thing we do is medicated bath, things like that. But that is not uncommon. That's what is really troubling about being in the animal control industry, because there's so many more routes that dog owners could do to prevent these things.
All right, Pumpkin. I know, honey.
I have an amazing staff who are completely dedicated to make sure that animals that come into our care are receiving the best and highest quality care that we can possibly provide for them. And as you can see, they go right to it. Bring this dog in, start doing the medicated bath, get the vet to look at it, start the dog on antibiotics.
Let's get that on before it grows into your foot, sweetie. It's the last thing you need, huh?
That dog was not running around for a year when nobody's seen it, no, that did not even happen. And it's not the first time we've seen stuff like this. That dog was owned by somebody who didn't properly care for it, and that dog got in that condition, and they turned it into Clinton PD. It's like, oh, I found this dog, and it's their dog, It's preventable. So if your dog starts developing mange, whether it's, especially if it's Demodex or even sarcoptic, it's treatable, and it's really not that expensive at all. So an amazing rescue called Canine Companions Rescue took that dog immediately, and right after stray time, and then now it's been adopted out to a family. So but there was like a long-term care piece that goes with that, because getting it back to being healthy and follow-up vet visits. So to me, it's like with proper care and nutrition, most dogs will never have any type of mange.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.